back with another video. I haven't made one in a long time. I had moved and just stuff had happened, but I'm glad to be back. God called me to be back. So hello again to everybody, or to whoever may watch this, but it is extremely important who you keep around you. And by having the wrong types of people around you, it can really influence you in a negative way. And by having the right people around you, it can influence you in a positive way. I feel like the Bible frequently talks about how by having the wrong people around you, they could lead you astray and lead you down a path that you're not meant to be on. And by having the right people around you, like iron sharpens iron, and you make each other better, and you both grow in faith and you both grow closer to God. An analogy that a friend had told to me before is something I think about a lot in terms of friendship and in terms of a relationship. If you think about it like a triangle, right? So it's like you, the other person, whether it's your partner or whatever the case is, and then God is up top. As you both get closer to God, you both get closer to each other. And it's vitally important, it's extremely important to surround yourself by like-minded people, because when you're not, at some point you guys are just gonna disagree, and it's gonna turn hastily, I don't even know what word I was looking for there, but it's gonna turn bad, it's gonna turn negative, it's gonna turn into a bad situation. And obviously we don't want that, because we want to stick to the path and we don't want to be influenced in that negative way. One great verse, which I've talked about in past videos, 1 Corinthians 15:33, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. This is very true. This is very factual. You know, I've experienced this, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a partner, or whether it's friends, no matter what. If you're not around the right company, it corrupts your character. Because you get into a situation where you're surrounded by this and you're like, oh, this must be okay because everybody else is doing it. But you have to realize that these are people of the world. There's people of God and there's people of the world. And people of God follow God, of course. And people of the world who just, you know, they don't really have that same moral compass. They just kind of do whatever they feel like because they just feel like it. And they don't seek wisdom, you know, they just go on their own accord. And you know, as we learn that we shouldn't fall on our own understanding, we should fall under the understanding and the wisdom of God, you know, so those people they're just like, yeah, what's wrong with it? I'll just do this or I'll just do that. You know, let's just come do it too. And then they make you think that it's okay, but it's not. Proverbs 13:20, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Similar situation as to what I just said. When you're surrounded by people who just don't really care about things, it'll make you act in the same manner, act in the same way, and you pick up their tendencies and it becomes a part of you. You could tell a lot about a person. This is a cliche thing, but it's very true. You can tell a lot about a person by the people they keep around them. It's very true. Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Look at Goku and Vegeta. No, that Goku would never let Vegeta get stronger than him, and Vegeta would never let Goku get stronger than him. They sharpen each other. They make each other better. They make each other more disciplined. They make each other work harder. They give each other strength. They, you know. Proverbs 22:24-25. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. So this is in regards to somebody who has a hot temper, but still, it goes with anything. You may get yourself ensnared if you involve yourself with this person, because at some point, their ways will spill onto you. So in the past, I put myself in this situation, not in terms of specifically anger, but in terms of trying to be in a relationship with somebody who didn't see eye to eye with me in terms of my faith and such. And I realized fairly quickly that you're just never gonna see eye to eye with somebody who doesn't believe in the same values as you, in the same spiritual alignment as you, if you will. So at some point it's just not, it just won't work out. It might work out in the beginning, but it's not going to fully work out. There's too many things that you're going to end up disagreeing on, because as a Christian, your foundation is God and theirs isn't. So how could you possibly be like-minded in any way? Like, maybe in some ways you could have similarities, but it just won't work. And at the end of the day, it will not work. But it's just the way it is. Another verse that I love, Romans 5:19. For just as through the disobedience of the one man, the many were made sinners, so also through the obedience of the one man, the many will be made righteous. I love that verse so much, because it's so true that by you doing the right thing, you lead other people into doing the right thing, because you're like, oh wow, like I want to do the right thing. Like look at like Kobe Bryant or Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi or even Lamine Yamal. Shout out to Lamine Yamal. Hopefully, let's go Spain tomorrow. Oh no, Sunday. Anywho, they inspire people to work hard. Look at these young footballers that are playing football, soccer in America, whatever. Football, I call it football, but because I'm Italian, so I just call it football. But, well, it's actually calcio in Italian. Anywho, I'm getting off topic. What I'm trying to say is, when they practice and they play good, it inspires a young kid who likes playing football, and he's like, yo, I want to be like Messi. I want to be like Ronaldo. I want to work hard just like he does. You know? And can you imagine if that's that kid's like older brother or something, as opposed to an older brother that maybe didn't do anything and just is lazy and such? Then they would be like, oh, I mean, well, he's lazy, so I guess I'll just be lazy too. But when you do the right thing and you're disciplined and you're strong and you show strength, it inspires other people to do the same, you know? But, and in the same way, this also ties into it, because it's like, surround yourself by people who make each other better. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm putting this verse in here too, because it goes hand in hand, where it's like, surround yourself by people who are obedient to Christ. Jesus Christ is King. So when we're obedient to Jesus Christ, you know, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but we will reap the benefits of that at some point. By consistency. Consistency is the most important thing. We need to stay consistent through God, through Jesus. Because you go to the gym today, you can go to the gym for 10 hours today. You're not going to see any results after that gym session. But you go to the gym every single day for 100 days, or not every single day, but you know what I mean? You go consistently for 100 days, now you see results. You can just snap your fingers and automatically everything just changes. No, like God will in due time bless you, and we just have to be patient. It will come. It is coming, you know? But yeah, I feel like surrounding yourself by the right types of people push you further in life. They really push you further. And the people who you're not supposed to be around take you away. You know, I'm speaking from my own experience, because I mean, I'm just speaking from my own experience. I feel like that's the best way to teach. God put me through certain things so I can explain to you guys and create this video to help maybe somebody else out, so I can help prevent them from getting in the same situation. I was in a situation where I put myself in a position that was taking me away from God. I was putting myself in a position where somebody that didn't care. They didn't care about God. They didn't care about spirituality and Christianity and all that type of stuff. And it made me, in those moments, care less. I mean, look at what happened. I haven't made a video in how long? You know what I'm saying? And I had fell to, you know, trying to fit in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because who that person was around, also, they all of them not following the way, and I don't want to follow the way, like willfully choosing the opposite way, you know? They have like resentment towards it and such. And so I didn't want to feel like, you know, make her friends mad or make her mad, or, you know what I'm saying? And just, I realize now, like, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be like that. But I'm just saying this for anybody, like, make sure before you get into a relationship, or before you create a new friendship even, that the person is like-minded. There's no reason for you to associate in any way with somebody who doesn't see eye to eye with you. Because that's not sent from God, then that's leaving room for the devil to send something into your life, you know? Evil spirits are jumping in and out of people, like freaking, I don't even know, an episode of Luigi's Mansion, a new installment of Luigi's Mansion or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, It's crazy out here, man. But what's important is sticking to the course and using your discernment. God will let you know. The Holy Spirit will 100% let you know if that person is sent from him or not, if that person is sent from God or not. So you'll know. It won't take rocket science to figure out. And the key though, is to not allow yourself to, because the devil likes to use people that you're attracted to as a way to distract you. So if you realize once you get into a relationship with that person or you become friends with that person that they're taking you away from your purpose, they're taking you away from Christ, that's a massive red flag. That's 3 red flags actually. Shout out to Flight. That's like 7 red flags. Because if they're taking you away, that means that obviously they're not meant to be with you. But the dark side, Emperor Palpatine, is gonna try to convince you and make you be like, oh man, but they're attractive, but they're hot and they like me. Oh man, such good sex, whatever, this and that. You know what I'm saying? They're showing me attention, but they're taking you away. If they're not like-minded, if they don't follow Christ the way you do, chances are they're taking you away. If they're not bringing you closer, chances are they're taking you away. But yeah, keep in mind that triangle analogy. As you both get closer to God, you get closer to each other and you understand each other better, and God can bless you both in like ways. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Just make sure you keep the right person around you, right people around you in person, if it's a relationship. And take heed to God's signs, because God's going to show you early on. He'll show you early on, and it's up to you to take heed to the signs. What a lot of people do, what I even did in a relationship, is you ignore the early things. You ignore certain red flags. You ignore certain things, and you're just like, nah, it doesn't matter. Like, she's still hot. She likes me, so who cares? And it's gonna come around and bite you. If you don't take heed now, it's gonna come out at some point. It has to come out at some point, you know. But yeah, just take heed to the voice of God, because he's gonna tell you. He's gonna let you know if she's the one for you or not, or if he's the one for you or not. And you must take heed, or else you're gonna get yourself hurt. You're gonna get yourself into a situation that's not good, for lack of a better description. But we live and learn, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Yeah.